What is up guys, it's Syrum and welcome back to my channel. Can anyone believe we're only 5 days away from the release of AFL Evolution? I certainly can't, and I'm sure you're all very excited about the impending release. So to keep the hype going today, I'm bringing you episode 7 of AFL Evolution, Player Corrections, featuring 2 corrections from Weirdo over on bigfooty.com. If this is the first episode you're seeing, please remember to go over to Big Footy and show Weirdo some support for his corrections. The man is a genius and the link is down below. I have 7 player corrections to show you today, so without further ado, let's get stuck into it. First up, and we have Weirdo's correction of Sam Petrovsky Seaton. A lot of you really wanted to see this one from me, but I felt Weirdo did a great job on this, so rather than double up, I thought I'd show you all how good his correction looks. Wicked Witch's Petrovsky Seaton really wasn't the best generic model of a player in the game, and considering how talented this youngster is, it's good to see him captured a lot better in Weirdo's correction. I'm a huge fan of the work this guy is doing, and I hope you guys are able to appreciate his hard work throughout each and every one of his updated models. Some great work there by Weirdo as always, and I hope you guys agree. On to the next Weirdo correction though, and we have the Bulldogs big man in Tom Boyd. Boyd was arguably the grand final hero in the Dogs drought-breaking premiership, so it was a little unusual to see he wasn't face scanned, but I suppose with the development of this game being as lengthy as it has been, it's somewhat understandable. While Wicked Witch's model of Boyd didn't really look much like him at all, it was great to see that Weirdo was able to produce something that shared more of a likeness and resemblance to the big man, and I'll definitely be choosing to use this one instead of the default model. Let me know what you guys think, and better yet, be sure to go over to the link in the description and let the man know what you think of it directly. He's been putting a lot of effort into these player corrections, so he really does deserve all the acknowledgement. Some great stuff by Weirdo, and I hope you guys all enjoyed that, but now we'll get stuck into some of the player models that I have for you today, and first up we have my correction of Hawthorn's Rickey Henderson. Henderson went over to the Hawks from the Crows at the conclusion of the 2016 season and had some solid performances in the early part of this season before falling slightly out of favour. The model Wicked Witch created seemed very odd, and his head shape, skin tone and general facial features weren't looking anywhere near any of the photos and vision I found of him, so I'm not sure who they were looking at when they created this one. I did my best to correct his model as best as I can, and overall I'm pretty happy with the work I put into it. I think this looks more lifelike, and it is a huge improvement on Wicked Witches, and I hope you guys enjoy this one as well. Let me know your thoughts, any suggestions you have. I'm always looking for constructive criticism in order for me to better these models for you guys upon release. Onto my second player correction, and now we have Fremantle's Hayden Valentine. Valentine is probably one of the more well-known players to be without a face scan, and seeing as I haven't focused a lot of my content on the Dockers, I thought I'd see if I could do something about improving. It's not the best by any means, with slider limitations being the main reason why I can't get the likeness to be 100% accurate, but I think it is still a visual improvement on Wicked Witch's default model for him. I will be moving his eyes up and making them larger in the full release of the model, but aside from that, please let me know if there's anything I've missed and if there's anything you guys could suggest to make it look a bit more like Valentine. It's not horrible like I said, but could be improved in my own personal opinion. Now onto my third correction, and we have Essendon's Mark Bagley. This one was quite highly requested by a lot of you Bombers fans out there, so I thought I'd see what I could do about improving his default model. The default model Wicked Witch had for him really wasn't the best and looked graphically below par in comparison to a lot of the other more realistic models that this game contains. I think overall so far it's coming along okay, but I do need some tips and advice on getting this one closer to completion, as it is still currently a work in progress. Not bad by any means, but will definitely be improved upon before the final release coming this week. Let me know how you guys see it. I'm interested in hearing your feedback. A lot of the tips you guys give me are so constructive and help these models go a long way. Now on to the next player correction though, and we have Collingwood's Ben Reid. Reid has been one of the Pies' best performers in recent times, and I thought he'd be a definite for a face scan, but sadly that wasn't to be. Given that this one was quite highly requested, it was one that I wanted to bring you guys, and overall I don't think it's too bad so far. I improved on aspects of his hair colour and facial structure in order to give it more of a resemblance to Reid, and while I still think it's a work in progress, I feel like it is coming along quite nicely so far. Let me know what you guys think needs improvement, and if it needs improvement, I'm looking to get this one as close to perfect as possible, as I truly believe Reid deserves a good depiction in the game. I'm not unhappy with it, but I think it could use some improvement, and obviously your feedback is what I'm going to base that on. Now on to the last player correction though, and we have another Hawk in Hawthorn's Grant, Virgil. Virgil's model didn't really do him enough justice in my opinion and kind of made him look Hispanic, so I wasn't really feeling the model that Wicked Witch chose to go with. I did make some drastic changes to this one, and from memory, having met Birch, this is more or less how he looks in real life, and I'm content with the correction I've done here. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions though, always looking to improve on my work. You may have seen a few Hawthorn players lately, and that's because I've completely overhauled the entire Hawthorn team with corrections at this point, but rather than bring you every player at once, I thought I'd showcase a few at a time. If you guys would like me to start doing team overhaul episodes showcasing each team's corrections as opposed to player corrections featuring a few players here and there, please be sure to let me know in the comments below. Bear in mind, overhaul episodes will likely take a longer time to produce than player corrections because there would be a lot of players featured, but if it's something you guys want to see, I'll see what I can do for you all. That does unfortunately bring us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed this episode, please remember to give the video a big thumbs up and interact with it in any way you can. Please remember to go over to bigfooty.com and take a look at the rest of WEIRDO'S player corrections, and be sure to let him know if you enjoyed his work. Link is in the description of the video. That is all we have time for. AFL Evolution is only 5 days away. Leave your opinions and suggestions for episode 8 in the comments section below, and I will see you later.